And another situation that happened to me when I was I guess a little bit more into my teen years. We were in Panama City. Every year we go to Panama City Beach for vacation. And we were there and there was a restaurant at the time. It was called Breakers. And it was like a dinner and show kind of like restaurant where yeah, you eat dinner and then you watch a show. And and I think this guy was a like an Elvis Presley impersonator, but I think there was like some other like kind of singer, backup singers, and maybe he like I know at one point he was in a dress, like he was wearing a dress and makeup and all of this, and like he pointed me out in the crowd, and he's like, I'm gonna give you a big old kiss and
What the
like
heck?
and that song like Respect came on. I still remember this. Respect by Aretha Franklin came on, and like here he came down like shimmying down the stage, and I was thinking, oh, here we go. And then here he goes, he sits on my lap. I'm like 13 at this time, and he ends up like kissing me on the cheek, like giving me a big kiss on the cheek. Everybody starts screaming and then like here I go, I'm like red. Yeah, we're like, oh, and I'm all red in the face, and like my family's all like laughing, and once he got off and went up on the stage, I ended up started crying because from embarrassment. But now looking back on it, I was laugh at it, but at the time that would have been a moment I would have loved to have run, like ran out of the restaurant, but I didn't just because I was still younger and less I
Yeah.
just where else could I have gone? Like everybody, the
You
whole restaurant would have seen me. I was at the very front, but I just still remember that happening. And that was a good, probably like 15, 16 years ago, but I can still remember it to this day. That guy, it's like of all people, like I know I'm beautiful, but like you had to come. I'm just kidding. You had to come to
had to
me.
be you, bro. It
It's
had to
like
be
it
you.
had to be me of all people. So, so as there are moments that at the time I may have wanted to run, but like now that I think about it, like I can look back on it and just laugh about it just because it's like I can't like it's still crazy to me that something like that even happened. So, but even in my adult years, I've had, you know, moments of
Oh
embarrassment, of
yeah.
course. And
Always.
I guess like a recent one that I can go ahead and bring up. I know one of many, but I'll go ahead and just bring up one. Is a few months ago I went to Ireland for about 8 days. I went in the beginning of May. So yeah, I went for 8 days. And we went to a town called I think it was Kilkenny, it's what it's called. And anyway, we went to this restaurant. It was like a Lord of the Rings themed kind of restaurant, but
Ooh, that's cool.
they were so full, so like we weren't able to eat in there, but they were having a comedy show there. And I was thinking something I'm not really big into comedy, but I was thinking I might as well go to the comedy show because well for one, there was nobody in there and I felt bad for the person. So me and some people in our group, we went in there. So like maybe a good 10 people. I went with a group to Ireland. It was about like 25 of us. So like 10 of us went in there to the comedy show
Nice.
and and anyway, during the comedy show, a few others came in, so it ended up being a little bit bigger crowd, maybe like 20 people. But anyways, like I said, the guy was, you know, doing his comedy, you know, skits and whatever all like you know, saying his jokes and all that. And anyways, he was asking where people were from. And I was thinking, here we go. Like I already know whenever I bring up Alabama, I already know the stereotypes that are gonna come out of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's like, so where are you from? It's like I'm from Alabama. And then he was like, what's your what's your DOC? And I was thinking, drug of choice. I was like, I was about to say like Jesus. I was gonna, I don't know, like I was like, I don't know what, but I ended
That
up
would have been a good
but before I could even answer, he's like, I know your drug of choice. He's like, cousins. I was like, yeah. I was like, absolutely.
one.
I was like, yeah, cousins. You know, I just had to like take it on like as a
Oh,
joke.
went along with it.
Yeah, it's like, oh, definitely my cousins and my sisters, like all of it. It's like it's so like I said, they were kind of like making jokes about, I said there's yeah, Alabama, there's like I said they were like pretending like they didn't know where I was from. They're like, there's that Mississippi guy over there. It's like, yeah, it's like here I am. And so they're just talking about, it's just of course how to bring up about like also you have people dating their cousins and all that. So I just
Oh
kind of
God.
took it on and like just knowing that I'm just gonna roll with the punches because they're just doing their job and trying to make people laugh. I know
Yeah,
they're not
yeah,
trying to
it's
tear people down.
yeah, it's not to offend. It's more of like a dark humor kind of joke. Well, not even dark because it's more of it's just humor, honestly. It's
Yeah,
like Mexicans get stereotyped all the time. They're like, oh, they love tacos. And we do like tacos. But who doesn't? You're a monster if you don't like tacos.
yeah,
I'm just kidding, you're
exactly.
not a monster. There's some people that just can't eat meat. There's like you can have a vegetarian taco. It's like avocado tacos are good.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. Well, I love me a good taco.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
I had a I had an experience if I may share.
do tell.
This one was actually when I was younger also, and my dad just got done building this mountain bike, and in the neighborhood that we lived in, we did that normal boy thing where you would build a ramp with all the rest of the kids. And it was like it wasn't even a sturdy ramp. It was like a bunch of bricks underneath and some plywood over it. So that thing could have tilted over any minute. But it didn't tilt on me. More so, I was on my dad's new mountain bike, and he said, "Yeah, you can use it, you can ride it, whatever." And I was like riding it around. And everybody's like, "Whoa, that's a cool bike! That's awesome! Oh, whose bike is that?" I was like, "It's mine, it's my bike." And they're like, "Oh, that's so cool!" And it's like, "Yeah, I know, right? It's because it's mine, It's my bike. It's not my dad's or anything." And then they were like, "I bet you won't jump that ramp with it." And I was like, "Bet, like you don't call me a chicken because I'll do it." And then next thing you know, there I go, Miguel the Daredevil. Whoever knew I was ever gonna be the Mexican Evil Knievel. But yeah. So I caught some pretty good speed, and I was like, and next thing you know, this bike is brand new. The brakes on this thing were like you literally could just tick, and then it would like fly because of how good the brakes were, and it had front and back brakes. Well, I don't know why, but when I jumped, I felt like I was on top of the world, and everybody was like, "Yeah!" And I landed it. And once I landed it, everybody was like, "Yeah!" Like still cheering me on. I felt awesome until I hit the front brakes.
Oh
Man,
no.
my bike's just rolled, did front flips. Like I landed flat on my face, and I slid for a little bit. I looked like a corpse, just wiped its face across the concrete. And it was like gravel, concrete, a little bit of grass. And I was
Ooh.
just like, "Oh," on the floor. The bike tumbled over me, and I remember the seat hitting the back of my head, and it just kept going. and and everyone's like, "Oh," like those moments you see in boxing or like some sort of uh sport where somebody gets hit like football, and everybody's just like, "Oh."
Yeah.
That's exactly how they sounded. It was just I got up and I was like, "Ah." I had all this scrape. I went home. I didn't even feel like riding a bike anymore. But yeah,
Oh,
that was super embarrassing. That
yeah.
was super embarrassing. Have you ever had like a moment where you like try to talk to a girl and it goes like you plan it on your head, and then it just goes completely south? It's just like it didn't go anywhere how you planned it. Well, this was one of those moments. I was in eighth grade. I'm not gonna say names, But there was this one girl in eighth grade that I really liked, and I did not know how to talk to girls. It was so embarrassing. Like this is probably one of like that. There's different types of embarrassing moments. I think the ones that you feel with the person you have a crush on is like the worst because like you end up trying to go tell them how you feel and you know that if any minute it backfires and you don't say what you want to say or it doesn't go how you want it to go, it's like it hurts. You're like, ah, why did I say that? But yeah, I was honestly like I look back at myself in eighth grade. I mean, for me, who wouldn't have taken that kid? Like who wouldn't have said, oh, like like I had such like good inspiration and good intentions, like it was I'm still to this day like it's just like innocent thoughts and pure intentions, you feel me? So it's like back then I bought a box of chocolates. It was a heart-shaped box. And then I had some flowers that I bought. It was roses actually. And I went up to this girl and I was like, all right, so you're gonna tell her, hey, you want to be my Valentine's? I really like you, and I was just wondering if you made me want to hang out sometime. I don't know what I thought of, but I was just thinking about it in my head. And then next thing you know, the day comes, and I'm like, okay, all right, here we go, here we go. You ready? All right, Mikey, you got this, you got this. All right, Miguel, ain't nobody gonna bring you down today. You're the man. You're the man. Like you're trying to hype yourself up. Then you finally get there, like, and then she's like, mm-hmm. And you're like, I love you. Oh no. And then in my head, I was like, I didn't just say that. Oh no, 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 no. And it was just like, nope, nope. She was like, oh, that's sweet, but oh, I mean, oh, yeah, she didn't take it.
Oh
I was like,
no.
no, that's just like wow, wow, wow. But yeah, that was one to remember. Now I knew not to go up to a girl and be like, you, you learn over the years, you learn.
Mm,
But
yeah.
yeah,
I know I've had a couple of similar situations like that happen, except for I was trying to have a messenger in between me and the person that I liked. Like I know this happened twice to me. Like the first time was in fifth grade. I won't say names either, but there was someone in our grade that I had a crush on. And I told well, actually, this one was a messenger, but not somebody that I wanted to tell this part. Like, it wasn't someone I was trying to tell this person in confidence. But anyways, um, I told this person, and as soon as I told this person, they yelled out to this girl, "Hey, Joel likes you." I was like, ah, it's like, no,
no.
it's like, why did you just do that? Like, it's like, I will never, ever, ever, ever trust you again. And, and I mean, even to this day, like, I still think about that. It's funny now thinking about it, but at the same time, every time when I think about this person, I think about you exposed me. So that happened in fifth grade.
You exposed.
So that happened in fifth grade. And then another time and happened actually our senior year of high school. So there was another girl that in our grade that I liked. And I just well, I would see her a good bit. I was in a good bit of classes with her. And anyway, I think somehow she found out that like I liked her. Maybe I messaged her or something. And then I get that embarrassing friend zone. Like, you get friend zone.
Oh,
Oh, you're
yes,
nice.
yes.
It's like when you hear
Yeah.
you're so nice, it's like, yep, here we go. But go and throw that but in there. So it's like,
That
but
one's
I think
that
we
one's a
should just,
smack to the face.
yeah, I think we should just be friends. It's like, yep, I knew it. So, and I guess what was embarrassing about that was for one, being rejected. And then for the second thing,
Yes.
was I think other people knew about it. I think she told people about it. So
Oh no.
so yeah, that was a little bit of an embarrassment, but I don't hold nothing about against these people that have done that, but just thinking about those two moments, it's like being friend zoned and then also just being exposed by that one person in fifth grade and Kermit Johnson, you know who you are in the lunchroom. I know I know my places. So it's like, yeah, that was a little embarrassing, but like I said, you learn from that. And